What's up, everybody? I need your help. I think my wife is turning into a hobbit.
Hard.
You want some cheese and crackers?
She is either turning into a hobbit or she's pregnant. I'll give you one guess which one it is. That's right, Elizabeth and I are expecting a child.
Woo!
A lot of you probably don't know this, but we found out several years ago that we were not going to be able to have kids on our own. We were not going to be able to have our own family. And we've spent the past several years trying to make it work, to figure out some way that we could have a family of our own. It has been a struggle. It has been tough financially. It has been tough mentally. It has been tough emotionally. It's been a roller coaster, and it's been hard in our relationship over the past several years. And after 8 years, we're finally going to have a kid. We're going to have our own family. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'm still not entirely sure that I grasp it and really believe it, because after 8 years of having nothing but disappointment and bad news, to finally have good news, it's not fully clicking. It's not fully there yet. But it is a thing that's happening. We've seen the doctors, we've seen the tests, we've heard the heartbeat. Honestly, I've learned a lot about myself as a person through all of these challenges, and I've also learned a lot about Elizabeth. And I can tell you right now, I am even more impressed today than I have been with her in the past, because through all of the trials and tribulations, through all of the doctor visits and failures and disappointment and tears and pain that we've gone through over the past several years, she still loves getting up in the morning, having fun, and enjoying life. It could have gotten her down. It would get a lot of people down, but not her. She's resilient, and she's gonna be one hell of a mom. I'm super excited she's gonna be a mom. Wow. I'm super excited. Having said all that, things happen when you have a kid, life changes, and there are gonna have to be some changes around here. Things are going to have to change. I'm not entirely sure what all of those changes are gonna be yet, but they are gonna be changes. Elizabeth does a lot of work with the shows. At some point, she's not going to be able to sit there for 6 hours and help run a live stream Dungeons & Dragons or cocktail show. I'm going to have to find some more help with that. And if you think it's crazy hearing a cat meow in the middle of a live stream, imagine what it's going to be like to hear an infant crying. Holy crap. We may have to get rid of some of the sets, because the room where I've started storing the sets, that's going to be a nursery. Kids going to have to live there. So I got no other rooms. We're one room short in this house, y'all. All of that we can figure out, though. The main thing is that we're super happy. We're going to have a kid, and I want to let you all know that. That's going to be kind of consuming a lot of our attention over the next few months. We actually have to remodel part of the house. We've got to do a bunch of work to get things set up and ready for a kid moving in and becoming part of our family. Plus, Elizabeth's going to be eating a lot more, as you can see. Gotta stock the pantry, people. Don't be surprised if some of these videos might entail, you know, what it means to be a dad, because all of a sudden I'm gonna have to figure out how to be a dad. I spent a lot of years not being a dad, and now I get to learn how to be a dad, and I want to be a good dad. So if you have any advice, anything like that, you just send it my way. You'd be like, hey Mark, do this. I'm like, okay, all right, sure, within reason. Some of you have been around and have kind of followed this journey with us for several years now, and for those of you who know what we've gone through, all I can really say is thank you for being there for us, not just as a family, but as people. Individually, you mean so much to us, and you've meant a lot to us over the years, more than really you probably know, and more than I can really express. We both really want to say thank you, and yeah, let's look forward to having a kid around the house. Life is going to change really soon, and it's going to be a challenge, and we're really excited because we're finally going to be a family. We're going to have a kid, y'all. We're going to have a kid. It's kind of cool.